that's why our YouTube show, it's hilarious. You'll see like us talking like this beforehand.
Yeah.
And then Instagram, you'll only get basically like us going, "Welcome to Two Bearded Guys," because it's one of the last ones to start up.
Okay.
And the reason we're so cozy,
we're ready to go,
is Instagram squeezes us in a box.
The Instagram box.
Instagram puts us in a box.
We don't like being put in a box. All right, guys.
Welcome
to episode 9 of Two Bearded Guys.
Quarantine edition.
The quarantine edition. I am Books and Brews _Ops Guy. This is
Mudhog B&Q.
And our wonderful friend Tessa is joining us today.
Hello.
She's moving to Chicago.
Yeah. She's moving to Chicago. We'll skip a little bit of the stuff we talked about a minute ago. For those of you that did tune in briefly before we realized we had screwed up. But we have 7 beers to drink tonight.
7.
We're going to announce our... We're going to announce our wonderful giveaway winner. And what we're really excited about that because ourself, Hecubus, and Beer Life Helen all chose the winner.
Yes.
I got it back out today. It's fine.
Good job. We're so much better prepared. I'm glad we restarted.
We're trying. But we're going to announce the winner of that. We're going to talk a little bit about the effects of the coronavirus on the beer industry in Indianapolis specifically.
And what you can do to help.
Yeah, so we're going to have some fun. We're going to drink some beer. We're going to talk about beer, yada, yada, yada. John's leaning out of the camera again. Hello, John.
Hello.
We're very bad at this social distancing thing, evidently.
Yeah.
6 feet.
6 feet.
6 feet. We got like...
Radius.
It's like
6 inches.
All right,
hey,
so
6 inches is a lot.
Is that what the ladies tell you?
That's what I tell them.
So our first beer is by Scarlet Lane Brewing Company. We had their oatmeal stout or their espresso stout one time recently.
That was Dorian. Right?
It was the Dorian. This is it's called their Midsummer Ale. It's a lemon honey beer with a light hop floral crown. It was inspired by a traditional Swedish Simma. It's a 6% ABV. I'm excited. I tried this at the brewery. I had a little sample glass of it Saturday.
Cheating.
And so, well, that's what made me buy it. I immediately thought, oh, this is tasty. Even off-screen Matt might like it. It's not a stout. It's hard to win him over.
Yeah.
And since it is a 12-ounce bottle, we're going to do
2 bottles.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we're trying to think ahead because we've had so many of those wonderful 12-ouncers lately that it also encourages us to drink more beer if we do that. So
yeah, so
we're trying to be slightly smarter.
Guess I leaned into that one, didn't I? All I brought was 12 ounces from Texas.
Well, not really. You have a really tall motherfucker over here.
While we're pouring, we got G Como 1, Beer Life Helen, speaking of.
What's up, Beer Life Helen?
Risky Reckless, East
What's
Lake
up, Rissa?
92.
What's up, Aaron?
So many people we got to
Always trying
support,
to
shout out. Yes.
Some of my favorite people.
Absolutely.
But anyway, so again, this is Scarlet Lane's Midsummer. One thing, Tessa, that we do, and for those of you that are new to the show, we're going to sample it, we're going to smell it, taste it, talk about it, yada, 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 yada. Then we're going to rate it on an untapped scale of 0.25. So, for instance, if I think it's a perfectly average beer that I would drink again, I'm going to give it a 3. If it's something I'm going to go look for, I'm going to give it a 4 or higher. And if it's something I'm avoiding, I'm going down to the 2 or lower. And then, obviously, there's a scale
There's
in
some
between.
absolute train wrecks.
Yeah, at point... Best IPA in Alabama. The 0.25 scale, so like for instance, it can be 3.25, 3.5, 3.75, not 3.1. Okay. So all 3 of us will grade it. We'll take the average, and that's the score we put on Untapped.
Math.
So John, I'll let you talk first since I've had it before.
Okay.
Also, while you guys are drinking, Little Miss Strange 34 joined on. And what's up, Hecubus? He said, hey, guys.
What's up, Hecubus? What's up, Lizzie? Before we drink this beer, actually, I'll go ahead and shout out Hecubus because he's going to have to hop off soon. Hecubus's radio show starts today. It is on Turfs Up Radio. You can find it at turfsupradio.com or on most streaming services, especially like iHeartRadio, I believe you can find it. He's doing the Nightcap show, so on Mondays from 8 to 10, and then on the rest of the week it's 9 to 11, I believe. But it's going to be a cool show. He's going to talk about all sorts of shenanigans, a little bit of beer, a little bit of everything. We're actually going to be on the show on Thursdays at 9 o'clock for a 15-minute segment every week. Plus, every day he's going to shout out the Two Bearded Guys Beer of the Day. So if you want to hear what that is at the end of his Nightcap episode, he will announce that each day.
Awesome. Super excited. This beer here, word on this is balanced.
Very.
Very balanced. Smelling it, I'm getting the lemon, I'm getting the honey. Tasting it, it's smooth. Everything's there without overpowering.
I agree. What do you think, Tessa?
Yeah, I think it's pretty good.
I love when not beer people are on the show. It makes me so happy.
I'm trying to, like, get my best, like, sommelier.
Yeah.
Or
use them skills.
Cicerone. My best Cicerone mindset. Definitely is a lot of good smells and tastes good.
Balance definitely is the key word for this beer.
Slight bitter lingerness.
Just a slight one, which didn't surprise me.
Yeah, and it's not unwanted.
Yeah, it fits. It's got kind of a bubbly mouthfeel. Right.
Hashtag mouthfeel.
Hashtag mouthfeel. But I enjoy the beer. You get just a slight bit of honey. Honey can be very overpowering in beers.
Yeah.
And it's not in this.
No, this is good.
Which is, when I first tried it, was my biggest fear. Matt, before we grade it, what do you think?
I don't know. I'm not. When you said, even off screen Matt might like this, I was like, ooh.
I really thought you'd enjoy this one.
It's not bad, but I wouldn't seek it out. Kind of going down that avenue. Like, have someone give it to me, I'll drink it. But it's wildly average, I'd say.
Okay.
Well, I got the comments real quick too. Women Who Craft Beer joined on. The Hedge Mama joined on. And Hegedus said, just to clarify, his time is 8 to 10.
I said that on Mondays.
Oh, okay. Oh.
Did you
all week maybe?
all week he bumped it? Okay.
Okay.
Originally it was going to be a little different. So okay, awesome.
And this beer, we got a question too. Where's it made? It's from Scarlet Lane Brewery in
McCordsville, Indiana.
Yes.
They are my favorite brewery in the state. I've been going there for almost since they opened.
Yeah.
It's by far my favorite. When the worst beer I've ever had there still keeps me at a 2.5 or higher, that's always a solid.
This kind of reminds me of like Eric the Blood Axe from them, but not as robust.
Blood Axe is definitely a more robust version of this because it's a full braggot.
Like Blood Axe Junior.
Blood Axe Light.
Son of Blood Axe.
Yeah.
Ooh, found the new name for it.
Or the Son of Baconator. Yeah, it's the same thing, just smaller.
6 inches.
John, you want to give it the first grade?
Yeah, I'll go 3.25.
That's a solid grade for it.
Yeah, it's a good grade.
Tessa, what about you?
I'd also say 3.25. It's very in the middle.
I'm going to give it a 3.5. So I'm not quite seeking it out, but it's definitely above just if you hand it to me, I'll drink it.
If I see a couple on the shelf or for available, I'd be more apt to pick this one than others.
Yeah. All right. What's that average out to? Just 3.25? That's what I thought. Perfect.
Good job, Scarlet Lane.
Good job, Scarlet Lane. Way to make a good local brew.
Right.
I always like supporting local when I can. Our next brew up is going to be the Blood and Honey American Ale by Revolver Brewing out of Tejas. Mr. Matt brought us this back from his work trip this week. It's great. I'm excited. It's a 19.2 ounce can. Like, what the hell? Which is actually the reason we picked it. He brought back like 12 beers, and we were trying to figure out which ones to drink today, and I legitimately grabbed this one because it was a big can.
The 19.2 ounce cans.
It's a 7% ABV.
Oftentimes, breweries will do this size can for concerts.
Yep.
Oh.
So, because your domestics will be 16 ounce cans.
Yeah.
And they're going to charge more for craft anyway, so they make them bigger cans too.
Slightly bigger. But I also just thought it was entertaining that it was at 19.
Was this one of the... There were 2 or 3 beers that the guy suggested, like, hey, you should do this?
Yeah, so when I was down there for a convention for our company, it was a really slow turnout. Hashtag thanks Corona. And because of that, I was like, hey, man, you live down here? He's like, yeah. I was like, all right, I need to bootleg some beers up for my boys. And I was like, you got any recommendations? And he gave me a few of them, a couple of which I was able to track down and bring up here. And this is one of them. He said just a good solid beer that's a real big hit down there for like a big go-to, kind of like I'm guessing like a Yingling kind of thing down in the south.
All right.
And it sounded kind of cool too with the blood orange and the honey. I was like, oh, this could be interesting.
So started with 2 honey beers today.
Yeah.
Look at us. It's not all IPA, slushies, and
Stouts.
All
the stouts.
There were slushies?
Oh, don't get us
Very
started.
hit or miss.
Mostly miss.
So yeah, again, this is, I like the revolvers on the can.
Texas.
You can't get much more Texas than putting revolvers on a can. Like, that's pretty accurate.
Yeah, well, I thought it was 12 bottles of beer and they almost gave me a gun. Like,
Get a free gun.
exactly.
For every
purchase.
You get an extra 12 pack and you get a free gun. Like,
before we drink this, though, do we want to go ahead and announce our winner since Hecubus is going to have to get off soon?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, so
Once again, this is for
yeah.
the Love Your Cans. Hashtag Love Your Cans.
So we had a lot of people that posted either on their story or on their feed a picture of them with their beer cans. Some of them were very in love with their beer cans. A couple entries were terrifying. Our runner-up actually tonight
That was.
looked like he was like gonna murder you while holding beer. It was pretty fantastic, but he was our runner-up. Sorry, Dan. But the winner today for the hashtag Love Your Cans competition is Hoppy_Sloppy.
Hoppy Sloppy.
I will post the winning picture later when we get off here, but it's very entertaining. It was a fantastic picture. He's got a great package coming from us. We have we got a bunch of cool swag from Books and Brews, Sun King, Ballast,
Couple T-shirts.
couple
or a couple shirts,
koozies, a hat.
some glasses, actually.
Yeah. Beer Life Helen she posted on her story, so follow her. She posted on her story her contribution that's coming out. She has some really cool coasters that were made by Zeke Handicapping for her that she's putting in for Beer Life Coasters. And then Hecubus's entry got stopped in the mail, so he'll be sending it directly to the winner from Washington.
Hoppy Floppy, you're going to get 3 different packages.
Yeah, because, and I have no idea when Beer Life Helen's going to be able to ship hers out. The island of Puerto Rico is on full lockdown right now. They're not, supposed to do anything. So, yeah, so you'll get ours relatively...
Hashtag thanks, Corona.
Yeah, you'll get ours relatively quickly, but the other 2, it might take a minute. But yeah, let's taste this beer. Again, this is Blood and Honey by Revolver Brewing out of Tejas.
while you guys are taking a sip here, a couple catch-ups. Cameron joins, said he's third in the championship for anyone that's been following his racing career.
See,
Great job.
third place gets sponsorships.
That is podium.
Beer Life Helen said full lockdown, and that she loved the dude that won.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Daniel Powers joined.
Yep, you finished runner-up and Love Your
Sorry,
Cans,
Dan.
Dan. Sorry.
Your cans were great.
We loved your cans.
Runner up, great. I'm interested to hear some thoughts on this.
I can't figure out what I think of this beer. So,
It kind of tastes, or it smells a little bit like orange juice, but it doesn't taste anything like it. And I feel like the flavor goes away really fast. Like, I taste it, I drink it, I swallow it, and then it's just kind of gone.
That's the
I
game.
have so many comments. Gino, if you're watching, I'm sorry.
B&B Fan Account joins.
It has a very drying feel on your tongue. Like
Yeah.
the mouthfeel on it's very drying. The flavor is very quick. It's there's a lot of it.
It's like juicy fruit. It's got flavor for like a hot second, then it's just gone.
Yeah, definitely.
I get a little
I can't
bit
describe
more
it that
honey.
well.
It is, I mean, it is honey. It is the blood orange. Like you said, it is kind of like orange juice. More on the nose than the...
Yeah.
Dan wants to know if we have a runner-up prize, and I started to respond with my friendship, and he already preemptively put, "Do not say your friendship."
My friendship.
Yeah, you get John and Oscar and Matt's. Sorry. We don't have runner-up prizes.
It's not as bitter as the last one we just had.
No, but it's also...
it's a smooth, easy drinking beer.
But it's not all.
Yeah.
It's not as balanced as the last one we had either.
I agree with that.
The last
Yeah.
one we had, you could crush those all day long. It just smooth, goes down easy. This, I feel like after one, I'm not gonna want another one.
I would kind of, personally, for my taste, disagree. I would say that this is one I would probably drink more readily than the last one.
It's not fully viscous,
No, it is a little thicker.
but
by
it is
comparison.
cloying.
Yeah.
I feel like this is like a good, boat beer. Like, to have, like, 1 or 2 while you're on a boat in summer, it's light, it's not gonna make you, like, your stomach feel heavy.
I agree with that.
Yeah, I agree with that. What's the ABV on this?
7.
Oh, 7? Shit. Yeah,
Shit.
more than I thought.
Yeah,
I
that's...
just made it a little better.
That'd get you in trouble.
Doesn't drink like a 7.
Nope.
Whoops, that was almost bad. Almost FaceTimed my boss while we were doing this on accident. That would have been entertaining.
Special guest.
Special guest, Jason Warfel. But no, again, if you missed out, the winner of our hashtag Love Your Cans competition is Happy Sloppy. It was a very entertaining picture, I promised to post, but I was a little disappointed that nobody like proposed to a can. I honestly almost used an old engagement ring of mine, and I was gonna get down on one knee and propose and be like, now I get to use this for something. Hashtag Love Your Cans. But I thought it might get me in trouble with my ex, so I decided to leave that one alone.
Before we rate, do we have any...
I'll just say just some fun things here. All right, so Beer Left Home says she might be able to do a runner-up prize. Just
All right,
throw
all
out.
right.
Women Who Drink Craft Beer jumped over and checked out the page of the winner and says it weird I thought it was hot.
The picture of the winner?
Yeah.
And,
Helen.
B&B fan account says,
see
guess
it.
who's out of work for not coping with the whole situation and ready to partay?
Oh, what's up, Tabby?
Yes. And Tabby, we're going to try to get some actual Two Bearded Guys merch at some point. We're working on it.
Yeah, we're trying. Anyway, so I will start first on the ratings. I'm going to give it a 2.5.
I'm going to go 3.25. I like this almost equally as well. It is a little bit different, but 3.25.
I'm gonna give it a 2.5.
Ooh.
Damn.
All right.
Ooh, damn. What would you give it,
2.5
Matt?
on your boat beer.
I don't know if I gave one on the last one. The last one I was going to do like a 2.75, just not quite a 3, just again to my taste. This one I would go like a 3. You know,
Okay.
wildly average, perfectly average, you know. Definitely drink this again.
Okay.
So we end up with a 2.75?
2.75.
2.75 is the Two Bearded Guys score for whatever the hell that was. Blood and Honey by Revolver Brewing.
So I don't know if I don't think Tyler does, but does anybody else watch Westworld?
Yes.
Yeah?
The new season just started.
It was
I
a
haven't
good
se-
episode
I haven't
too.
started
Was
it
it?
yet.
Oh, it's so good.
I watched the first 2 seasons, and the way it ended, I was like,
I agree with you.
it's kinda done.
The last season, the second, like, it was
Yeah.
The first season was awesome.
First season, amazing. Second
see-
season, mediocre.
I was expecting the third season to pick back up because the second
Yeah.
season was like, man, they were kind of like setting everything up. So I think the third season is going to be.
I think what's going to
Really?
make it is
Okay.
they don't have to spend time in the park.
Exactly.
And you actually get to see future technology,
Yeah.
whatever, sci-fi. Oh, it's so good. Watch
You
it.
definitely watch season
Okay,
1
I'm
at
going to
least.
start it.
Yeah.
So anyway, before
Westworld.
we fully move on, Tessa, you're moving to Chicago for work.
Yeah.
What is it you're going to be doing?
I got a marketing and sales coordinating position at an outdoor furniture company.
Wow, that's boring. Let's drink. No.
It's cool furniture. One of the chairs was in the Avengers Endgame, just so you know.
Nice
That
name drop.
must have been a really good marketing person.
Yeah.
Right? I went into their showroom
But
and
yet
they
they
have
got
like
fired?
a whole plaque for it.
Does it have like someone's like footprint in it, and you just buy it that way, or what?
It's their
No,
butt
it's just
print.
a deck chair.
Oh.
It was
So
in the
this is like a
background.
basic Adirondack?
A what? An Adirondack?
Oh, this should be entertaining.
Oh my
watching
goodness.
her
An
market.
Adirondack chair.
I'm still learning. I've been reading through the catalog. I wouldn't. Is that?
Okay.
I
Fair
don't
enough.
know what that
Fair
is.
enough.
yet.
Also, can you tell us one thing about your love for breakfast food?
Oh.
So,
I'm here for this.
so for instance, if you had to give up sex or give up breakfast food, what would you give up, Tessa?
So me and Tyler went out for brunch yesterday, and I told him at brunch that if I had to give up sex or breakfast food, I'd probably choose sex.
She would give up sex.
for breakfast food.
Is she wrong?
No.
Yes.
Okay, just hear me. So breakfast
Bacon every
food.
day?
Breakfast
Biscuits and
breakfast
gravy?
food is just like the staple metaphor of equality and coming together. Because think about it, it's salty, it's sweet, it's savory. Everything in breakfast food comes together in perfect harmony,
Chewy,
and like
crunchy.
that's how we should live life. That's my
What
take
is
on
what is your favorite breakfast?
That is super meta for breakfast.
That's what I was thinking.
I love Bloody Marys, so I drink.
Her favorite.
There we go.
My favorite
That
breakfast item
is
is booze.
I love it. She's not wrong either.
My favorite breakfast has a side of booze. It's fine.
Right? Bloody Marys and definitely skillets. Love skillets. Eggs
Okay.
Benedict.
Po-
Love.
she's a huge
love
poached egg
a
fan.
good eggs Benny. When you cut that egg and it just like pops and all the yolks. Oh, there's nothing better than that.
See, every time I go to a breakfast place, especially if it's the first time I've been there, I have to get the biscuits and gravy.
Oh,
If you can
yes,
make biscuits and gravy,
yes,
then I trust you.
yes,
If you can't, we're done.
yes,
That's what it is.
yes.
And if they have a Bloody Mary, I'll get a Bloody Mary too.
For
Yeah.
any reason you're ever in Peoria, there's this place called Public House where they make this thyme and rosemary homemade biscuits and gravy. It is the most delicious thing I've ever eaten.
I use those spices when I make my biscuits and gravy. They're tasty.
You have to.
You've actually got some backup on this. Beer Life saying I kind of agree with her. B&B fan account says as a sexual person that loves breakfast food, I gotta agree. We also got joined by Rod J. Beer Venture says his first time stumbled across us. I'm gonna apologize.
What is up?
Yes, thank you. Hopefully we don't scare
Yeah,
you. Well, we
don't-
will scare
Don't
you.
set your
Hopefully you
expectations
come
too
back.
high. And just because it was brought up and it hasn't been mentioned yet, someone asked, Tyler, what the fuck happened to your face?
Who brought it up?
1.5
B&B
bearded
fan
guys.
It's the 1.5 bearded guys right now. So I coach high school baseball, and we were supposed to start today. Was supposed to be the first official day of practice, and I coach for a small Christian high school, and
They hired you? At a
yeah, I
Christian
don't know
place?
how. I'm not allowed to talk to the administration. They're
Oh,
afraid
okay.
I'll get fired. But anyway, I wanted to set a good impression, right? So the players and parents, they've all seen me with my beard. Nobody cares. But I wanted to set a good first impression in my first year of coaching high school ball. I've coached for a while, but not high school ball. So I shaved up.
When did this happen?
I shaved up an hour and a half before they announced that we were not going to have a baseball season until at least April.
Oh,
Wah,
that's,
wah.
I got done shaving and got the message and went,
Hashtag thanks Corona.
yeah. So yeah, anyway, our next beer.
Is your plan to grow it back as the season progresses?
Yeah,
You,
oh,
you
yeah.
just want to start
Can we
off
come
that way?
back
Oh, yeah.
after this beer back to breakfast because I love breakfast.
Absolutely.
Let's talk about breakfast.
All right,
together.
so this is the juice pack. It's a double dry hopped pale ale. Keep cold, drink fresh. 5.5% ABV. It's by Tups Brewery. I started to say Tops. I really expected it to be that, but it's a U. Tups Brewery. Again, I believe out of the great state of Texas.
Texas.
There's only one state I would live in besides Indiana, and it is Texas. So this kind of like Texas beer days, I'm okay
I
with.
enjoy Texas. Texas has a great blend of
Food.
barbecue, Tex-Mex.
All the food.
Yeah,
Just all the food.
It's everything that
If you go
enjoy.
west, you start hitting that like a West Coast California type stuff in Texas, especially up in the northwest of Texas. You get all sorts of stuff.
I love Hispanic culture, so like San Antonio area.
My
really
favorite
does it for
city.
me.
I would kill to live in San Antonio.
Yeah,
That
You
Riverwalk
can't-
is gorgeous.
I'm a fan.
I only went out like one day to actually go get barbecue, but the same guy that recommended a few of these beers that was a local down there, he's like, all right, here's a couple places to go. He recommended the Pecan Lounge, and he also recommended Hard A. And that's the one that I went to because he said I can get in there a little easier as opposed to the other one probably being packed up. And dude, that was the picture that you saw. It was $50 worth of barbecue when I sat down, and it was like just bones and a beer can empty at the end of it.
It looked great.
I felt so happy and shameful at the same time. And it was a really hot joint. Like, if anyone's down in that area and wants to check out a place they haven't been to, I would highly recommend it.
What area of
It was
Texas were you in
Dallas?
again?
It was in the Dallas area. And this
Okay.
place was, I think there's more than one of them, but the one I went to is pretty close to the airport down there. And it was just so freaking good. The barbecue sauce was a little underwhelming, but really nothing I had.
But the
beat
meat
it.
even
was-
needed it.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, it was just kind of, there's like a dab sauce. Like the ribs were pull off the bone, just like whole thing came off. Dry rub is amazing.
For those of you that can't see him, it was meh, come off the bone.
Which is technically overdone per barbecue judging standards, but most people prefer it that way.
Yeah, super tender. John doesn't like his meat very tender.
We're 3 beers in.
I also
Already
tried-
going there.
Also had smoked bologna, which John, if you are a
Oh, I've
smoker
had
and
it.
haven't
I've
done
actually,
that,
yeah.
you
I've
should
had
do
it.
that,
It's
'cause
so
that was
good.
Fucking
I hate
stupid
It's
delicious.
got to be the same way you like. Okay,
It was like trailer park
I'm letting you all
great.
in on a barbecue secret.
Anything
You
from
buy
smoke.
some fucking Eckrich smoked sausage, throw it on the smoker until it cracks. It's the best fucking thing ever.
Oh, I believe it.
You don't have to do anything. And like, you will get so many comments on it. It's dumb. It is so dumb. I'm just like, thanks, man. I did nothing but throw it on and let it split. That's it. That's it.
All right, again,
so good.
back to the beer.
Women
We're
drink
talking
craft beer
barbecue.
says that's what she said.
Who said that?
Women drink craft beer.
Oh, nice.
If you follow Mudhog B&Q, it is beer and barbecue. You are in my wheelhouse.
I know, dear.
And he went to Texas. It's all
Yeah,
relevant.
and last thing I'm gonna interject there too was their jalapeno poppers.
Ooh.
It was a jalapeno cream cheese with chicken inside, wrapped in bacon, then smoked. That was
That just sounds like heaven.
maybe my favorite thing that I ate, and it was just like a side item.
Has anyone had smoked fried chicken?
Yes.
No.
It is fucking
Yes.
good.
You're doubling
I don't know how
down.
they do it, but
They smoke it.
so
And basically,
good.
it's smoked and then fried.
Or do they fry it and smoke it? I don't know.
It
I need
would
some
be
of that in
smoked.
my
If
life,
you
Joe.
fry it
Work on
first, it
that.
wouldn't soak the smoke up as well.
So good.
But yeah, last time, at least the one I had, it was smoked and then fried.
The only place I had it was One Hot Mama's in Hilton Head, South Carolina.
Ooh, nice.
One Hot Mama's. Great place.
To slowly rope us
Favorite
back
barbecue
in,
place on the island.
I'd say transitioning the
Yeah, go ahead, Matt.
Yeah.
the juice boxes as
Smells
advertised,
juicy.
quite juicy.
Yeah.
It's what is
Juice
It's-
pack.
Juice pack,
Delicious.
sorry. It's
I-
also rather hazy. I
I've
thought
only
it was
smelled
going
it
to be
at this
straight
point, but
IPA.
it's...
It's
I'm excited.
definitely. Sorry, mine's almost gone. Very hazy. Very juicy. Which it is called juice pack. So
Yeah.
if you didn't expect a juicy IPA,
Can I see the back of
you're
it?
hey, the back's actually
Yeah.
kind of cool. So this double dry hopped pale ale is so juicy and bursting with tropical aromas, we have a hard time keeping it in the can. Ooh, kind of like 450 North.
Oh. Or Prairie Arsenal.
Yeah, or Prairie Artisan. I gave them a whew. The hop profile is very fruity, very citrusy, a little bit floral. The yeast is very fruity. The malt profile is a 3 out of 5 on the body. I don't really know where they're going with that on their scale, but the can's pretty cool. This is definitely a can that would have caught Mudhog's eye. Not quite as detailed as he's like, but
They
the
were
colors,
hardcore.
the colors and the shine would have
Yeah.
got John.
It's got me,
Oh, that's
honestly.
shiny.
Ooh, shiny. But he's a can horse, so it would have caught his attention. But yeah, so what do you think, John?
Have you gone first?
I haven't actually. Ooh, I like going first on this one.
Gus got joined by Backyard Beer Chick. Nice
What's
name.
up?
It's
She
up.
actually won John and I's first ever giveaway.
Oh.
She's from the Indianapolis area. But anyway, so this beer here, the can's right. It's extremely juicy. Definitely a lot of fruit and citrus. I wish it had just a little more on the aroma, but it does tell us that that's the floral aroma is going to be a little lower. You're getting a lot of the juiciness on the aroma. I wish it had just a hair more of that floral, because it's there, but it's like
Yeah.
you smell it and you kind of go, what? Hold on, what is it? Excuse me. Just a hair more would be nice. But overall, I'm a fan. It's very, very juicy.
Yeah, if I'm looking at a juicy, hazy IPA, this is about what I wanted. It's not overly bitter at all.
Just but there is a little bit,
A little bit,
which is nice.
right. I mean, they're entry level IPAs.
Yeah.
They should introduce you to bitterness without overpowering you. Aroma's great. I'm surprised. I gotta do it. He didn't do it.
I know. I left it for you this
Mouth's a
time.
little soft.
I did leave it for you this time.
I was gonna do it if you didn't do it.
Yes. It's a really good beer. I'm not quite ready to rate it yet, but my
I didn't rate it either.
inner monologue was like, I'm gonna get more.
Yeah,
So
yeah. That's
I might come off of that. That's a little strong, but
it's tasty.
it's tasty.
Yeah.
It's a good beer.
Tessa, what do you think?
It's a really, really delicious beer. I agree kind of with the aroma there. I think it definitely has good aroma, but from reading the can and kind of saying that it explodes, you kind of wish it had more before we saw the back where it actually
Yeah,
tells you exactly how much there is.
that's kind of cool.
Kind
I
of cool
know.
that the other beers I got from them had that too. So
Nuts.
it's like, oh, it's kind of nice to have their own
Yeah.
quasi flavor
Yeah.
rating system.
At least gives you an idea.
So
But
if
it's
there's more
super
tough beers,
smooth and it's
We have a couple more.
delicious.
Yeah, really
Yeah.
good beer.
Yeah.
The other two are the ones with the beards on the cans.
Yeah,
Oh yes.
I think
I'm
we're gonna
excited.
like. I think we're gonna like Tufts.
those will be
Yeah,
next
I
time.
think so.
Yeah.
I don't think we have anyone watching from Texas, but
It's never too soon to start.
We'll take some tups. Anyway, and we do beer trades as well. Always DM us. We'll see if we can hook you up with some Indiana stuff.
Yeah, 100%.
Yada, yada, yada. All that. I will go ahead and rate it. I'm going to give it a flat 4. Tessa?
I think I'm gonna give it a 5.
Oh, damn!
Yeah.
Hold on. I'm going to need you to...
Does that break a scale?
I'm just going to need you to tap me on the shoulder before you say stuff like that.
Oh, sorry.
What are you going to give it?
A 5?
That's our first flat 5.
Is it really?
It is. No one has ever given beer a 5
Ooh.
on here before.
Oh,
We're
I'm sorry.
smelling.
No, don't apologize. That's why we bring guests on.
Yeah.
All right.
I loved it. That was delicious.
I want to bring this down.
I know what John's about to do.
Like it's delicious beer. My initial thought was 4. I'm leaning towards the 3.75. I want to go 3.5, but that is unfair to the beer because I think it's better than the 3.5. So I will go 3.75.
Matt, what would you have given it?
4. If this was available around me, I'd be drinking this all the time. I like hazies. That's the one outside
Hey,
stuff
that
I
is-
really like, and that's what I think is a very, very
delicious
good
fucking-
hazy IPA.
I feel like
That
I
is
could
a
drink a whole case.
4.25.
4 1/4.
Still not our highest.
But it's
It's very close.
it might be top 3.
Was there pickle the highest?
Freedom, the Imperial Stout was the highest we ever had. No, the pickle, I forget who was with us. Somebody hammered it pretty hard.
Tommy, no, that wasn't Tommy. That was
It was Grace, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was Grace.
Yeah.
No, it was you. You kind of bumped it a hair. Because I gave it like
a good score.
But I mean, it did well. It's one of our top 6, I think.
Oh.
But yeah,
More from Tups.
yeah, that was really
Tups
good.
is tasty.
That was really good. If you live in Texas, go drink Tups. But anyway, so we're running. Well, I don't know. We're kind of weird on time today, but
We'll probably have another 20 minutes of it.
So,
we can keep rolling.
real quick, I do want to talk about kind of stuff we were talking about with the coronavirus. As you guys know, I work for Books and Brews.
Pickle.
What'd you say?
It was Cameron with the
It's
pickle.
Cam said he was there with the pickle.
Might have been him that hammered it then.
Yeah.
But anyway, so one thing about this and like working for Books and Brews, working for Sun King, working for Books and Brews, I'm already seeing the effects. We got shut down in the state of Indiana for restaurants and bars today. Ohio got it yesterday. Illinois got it yesterday.
There's a whole list of states.
Michigan and Kentucky got it today as well. Washington got it a day or two ago. We're all over the place. San Francisco's on literally a full city lockdown now.
Yeah, I saw that shit.
Yeah, that's third world-ish. Whew. But it's one thing that I really, really implore. Walmart, companies like that, they're going to survive this no matter what. Your small boutiques, your small grocery stores, your mom and pops, your breweries, they're going to struggle at this time because they're going to do everything they can to take care of their employees. Problem is, it's going to stretch them very, very thin.
Margins are already razor thin.
Restaurants and bars margins, especially breweries, are uber small. Any mistake, any issue, any pandemic is going to really screw with them. And I know, for instance, my company's working really hard to try to raise funds in certain ways to be able to set back some money for our employees hardest hit.
There's links on Facebook.
Yeah, but some of the things you can do, look at your breweries in the area. I know Scarlet Lane, for instance, starting tomorrow, they're going to be doing curbside service for beer, to-go beer, as well as some local delivery.
I think
Books and Brews is going to be doing curbside pickup, order in food, or carry out food, not order in, but carry out food, carry out bottles, cans, and growlers. Look for your favorite brewery or restaurant and see what they're doing during this time and help them any way you can.
I think what is interesting and has been overlooked in Indiana in regards to the craft beer industry, but is part of state law, is local breweries have always had the ability to deliver up to a full half barrel of beer.
Full sixtel.
No, it's a half.
Is it a full half?
It's a half.
Okay.
And they've always had that built into the law. They can make home deliveries of a half barrel of beer.
On a normal scale, though, it's not gonna be. That's not sustainable.
But I'm interested to see like this chat bot, Books and Brews is doing things like that. We got some smart people in this industry.
Oh yeah.
I'm wondering if there'll be some
Revolutions that
yeah
those revolutionary ideas off of this. It's definitely interesting. if you have a place you go to a lot, so your favorite small place, buy a gift card from them.
Gift cards.
See if they're doing it online. If they're not, if they're open for carryout, see if they'll give you a gift card just in a quick transaction. That way you're not out and about. Social distancing is actually important, despite the three of us sitting really close. And the three of us are extremely healthy people, but it's who we could carry to is why social distancing is actually important.
Yes.
But buy gift cards, because you're already going to spend your money there when this is all over. But do it now so they can get through this time when they're not making money.
The other thing I would say is many of your tap rooms are not going to be open or open only for carryout. So buy your cans and your bottles, whether it's at the grocery store, whether it's at the tap room. Still make it in. Buy these things, because that's going to be the only way they're going to make money right now.
Yeah.
I mean, we had our distributor cancel basically all keg orders because there's no fucking restaurants to put them in.
No. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be tight. I know some restaurants that are doing some pretty cool things right now to support their employees, but it's if you stretch too far, you're going to end your business and not be able to help anyone in a few months when this is all over. So it's a fine line to stand on, but I feel like a lot of the local Indianapolis breweries, but breweries in Indiana in general, are really working hard to help their employees as well as stay afloat.
So who do we know that's doing home deliveries? Books and Brews?
Books and Brews and Scarlet Lane are the top two off the top of my head.
Indiana
So Rad
City,
also,
I think?
because...
Well, Rad...
It actually is Rad.
Technically, it's Rad. Books and Brews will be shortly. We haven't finished the bot for Books and Brews. But...
What about like Grubhub factoring into stuff like this? Someone mentioned that
So
on here.
Yeah.
so Grubhub,
It's
yes,
a third party. They can't deliver beer.
but they can't deliver
I mean,
beer, but
at
they can
least, like,
deliver
the
food.
But they can do
whatnot.
food. So any of your local establishments that...
Your DoorDash, your Grubhub, order food from those places. I mean, yeah, and hopefully they went waiving some fees, or at least...
And even if they don't, it helps out everyone involved. I had to personally tell some employees they're not going to have hours till after March is over. And that's assuming this is all cooling off by the end of March.
And that's the thing. It not only affects taproom workers, it affects production workers, and yeah.
This is near and dear to us. I know normally we stay a lot more lighthearted, but this is very important to us. I mean, we wouldn't be able to do our show without the craft beer industry.
Yeah.
We wouldn't have the knowledge we have if it wasn't for our jobs in the craft beer industry over the years. So it's definitely something important. Try to help out any way you can. And again, look for like online purchasing of gift cards if you don't want to leave your house. That gives money right back to the company immediately, which then they can in turn and help out their employees.
Yeah.
So, yeah, thank you. Anyway, back to beer. How much time do you think we have, Matt, real quick, before...
We probably have 15
I'd say at
minutes.
least 15.
Great, so we got enough time for one more.
Some catch-ups here, too, rolling off that. Backyard Beer Chick says that Hoosier is going to do delivery, she thinks, too.
Okay. So Hoosier Brewing, who just had a release on Saturday. I should have made it, goddammit.
We got joined by Good Beer Fella, shout out.
Oh, what's up, good beer fella?
Hecubus said we need to get a beer truck and like the ice cream man, just make delivery rounds. Not a bad
I
idea.
like it. Oh, and Hecubus, I know you got to take off soon for your radio show. Good luck tonight. Everyone who's
Don't fuck
listening,
up.
after you're done with us, go over to Turf's Up.
Turf's Up Radio. Again, you can find it at turfsupradio.com, or I believe on most streaming services such as iHeartRadio. His show tonight will be called The Nightcap
Yes.
with Russell Hecubus Owens.
Yes.
And we also got joined by, oh shit, where'd it go?
I don't know that one.
Evan Vitz, and he said hashtag fuck coronavirus, so he's twisting our hashtag thanks coronavirus.
Yeah, well,
That's my boyfriend.
What up, Gino? Hello, Gino. Anyway, so back to the beer. We are now drinking the sour blonde
I was
ale
gonna say it smells sour.
called
Boy.
Playdate
Oh, I love it.
by Deep Ellum.
Deep Throat? What?
It's Elam or Ellum Brewing Company.
I think it's Ellum, because when he
Deep
said it,
Ellum.
I thought he said DeBellum.
All right, so Ellum. All right,
so
perfect.
Deep Ellum.
Yeah. Out of Dallas, Texas, off of St. Louis Street. Gotta love this country. We just steal everything. Brewed and canned by Deep Ellum. I like how they marked off bottled and like scribbled
Just
can is the way it looked.
yeah.
It's a 5.4% ABV, and since it's out of Texas and not Columbus, Indiana, we can believe that for this sour.
Yeah.
Man, shots fired today. I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah,
I'm in a
You're in
mood.
a mood.
This whole like shutdown thing has me in a mood.
Yes.
This is-
Yes.
So you guys
This
are gonna
is-
like that one.
this
I'm
is-
liking this one.
This
That's
is
a-
exquisite mouthfeel.
Back the fuck off my words.
That is definitely the name of someone's.
No, that's my $5 words are mine.
Oh, she said
Oh, shit,
mouthfeel. She fucked with both of them.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
So fuck off our show.
Mouthful.
I was an English major.
Juicy ale with notes of sun-kissed fruit, lemon, citrus, and melon. I get the first thought that comes to me is Gosa. It is very tart. I feel like there's a little salt there.
Yeah.
It puckers the hell out of you, and I
Oh,
love
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
I get a lot of the melon too. Like
Yeah.
I'm going like a cucumbery kind of thing.
There's
like-
definitely some melon there. Lemon. I'm not getting a ton of citrus. I'm getting more lemon and melon.
Lemon is a citrus fruit?
Well, yeah, I guess that's right, but that's not what I'm thinking. When you put lemon and citrus on the can,
Sure.
I feel like there should be a different citrus fruit, like
Like
an orange or something like that.
tangerine or something.
And yes, I know.
viscosity.
No,
it's
no
yeah,
viscosity.
it's not viscous.
We got those coming up next. He'll get to use his word. Don't worry. But yeah, no, I'm a fan.
I'm not a
I'm a-
huge fan.
Ooh.
It's not overly fruited, which is what I like.
Yeah.
I don't get a lot of. See, you said you got salt. I don't think the tartness is from salt. I don't get a lot of
I
salt
got
in it.
some- I
but
got
it's super
something.
tart.
It is. Can confirm.
Oh, I like it.
And like I said, it's not overly fruited.
Oh yeah, it's not overly fruity.
It has that like lemon zest that comes back after you swallow it that I really like.
Okay.
Why?
Yeah, you're
Get
right.
your head out of your head.
Oh, my head is always in the gutter, dude. That's just the way it is. You put Grace in between us and it gets even worse.
Oh, that one.
Ooh, that kept getting dirty real quick.
I was watching.
I'm a big fan of sour candy. I enjoy this.
Yeah.
I'll throw a rating out there.
I do like the can, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun can.
It's a sour blonde L.
Yep.
Like, I don't get any blonde L out of this at all. I just get a fucking sour.
Yeah.
I told you, my first thoughts was Gosa, not blonde.
Yeah.
I just don't get the salt. But I'm still giving it a 3.5.
I'm gonna give it a 3.5. 3.5.
I'll give it 3.75.
So it's a
Ooh,
3.5.
It's a 3.5. It's good beer.
It's a very good beer. Matt, if you were rating it, mostly because it's always entertaining when you do
Good
sours,
thing mine don't count.
what would you give it?
I could not.
For those stout lovers out there who don't like sours, Matt's the guy to listen to on
Yeah,
this.
I could not drink that again. Almost if my life depended on it. That was fucking rough. Like at the end of it, I was like, I'm gonna put it down, just get it out of the way, just forget
What would you
about
rate it?
Put it in the back view.
This
I would
guy-
have to go like a 1. Like
That's not as low as he's given one before.
No, that's true.
Well, I'm trying to be nice because I'm sure it's good for what it is, but that is just not me at all.
There's some truth to that, okay? Because I was sitting here thinking, I don't know if I could ever give a sour more than 4 because I'm never going to sit here and be like, I want a sour, so I'm going to go seek one out. But I fucking love them.
I have. There's been times where I've seeked them out, but sought them out, I guess. Seeked them.
Seeked them.
Sought them out, but
Seeked it real good.
it's not as much, it's not as common for me.
Yeah.
I'm going to seek out IPAs. I'm going to seek out Imperial Stouts. Sours, there's a reason I don't think I've given other than the pickle sour because I will drink the shit out of that beer.
That beer is, there are exceptions to this.
There are exceptions to every rule, and that pickle beer is 100% the exception to the rule.
Good.
I think I underrated it, to be honest. Because I'm so obsessed with this beer. I think I should have given our first 5, but I think I was afraid to.
Yeah.
I think I was afraid to because it's not a real beer.
Thanks. That came out from nowhere.
Yeah. Now she's broke the seal now.
Yeah, she has.
It could get ugly, you know. But anyway, that was a good beer.
I like it.
Do we have any more things from there before we?
Melissa Hedge says she doesn't like sours either. Yeah, Matt. Like, thank you.
Up
Melissa.
yours, Melissa. You know what? I'm gonna tell Rad to do nothing but sours for a while and make you sell those.
Tasting.
I basically only had a sour flight yesterday from Rad.
She did. That is true. She had the Psycho, the Plum, the Peach,
The blackberry.
and the Blackberry Berliner Weiss. That was the
Yeah.
4th one. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching the first hour. We will have a second. We have minimum 3 beers left. Hopefully just 3 beers left. I'm really going to try to stick to that today. It's not going to happen. But I'm going to try. But we have 3 beers left.
There's 2 more sitting right here.
Yeah, I know. That's what has me worried.
Easy access. Oh,
But anyway, thank you for watching the first hour. We will do hour 2 of our quarantined episode. I am Books and Brews _ Ops Guy.
Mudhog B&Q.
And our friend...
T-Raz818. I don't actually think that's right. There might be an underscore in there somewhere. I don't remember.
She doesn't know her own Instagram handle. That just made me happy. Behind the camera, as always, is Offscreen Matt. #DishBitch. #Engineer Matt. #UpNorth. We'll see you for the next hour here in a couple minutes. Peace.